Hey, this is Augie, Augie's Locker Room. When you come to the store, you're going to see things that you've probably never seen before unless you've been to a museum. Great items that go back to the Rockney era to the present. Website, augieslockerroom.com. Visit us here or the website.
Tim O'Malley with Tim Priester inside Notre Dame Stadium because it's a little bit too windy outside, especially up top where we film. So, Tim, assuming that the wind dies down a little bit as forecasted, but is still going to be an issue today, who does that help? Who does that hurt? And how much does that change, really, for Notre Dame?
Yeah, I think it's going to die down a little bit. It's not going to be cold. It's still pretty comfortable out here, but it will impact the game. I don't think there's any doubt about it. And wind or no wind, Notre Dame's going to have to be able to run the football. We knew that. But the question is, how much offense through the air can Drew Pine give Notre Dame? I mean, without wind, that was going to be a question, certainly, and it'll be even a bigger question here tonight. But he's got to give them something. Tommy Rees cannot just make it a completely run-oriented game. I think Notre Dame can run the football a little bit, all things being equal, but they're going to have some kind of counterbalance in the passing game in order to make that run game work. Because as we know, Notre Dame's strength is their offensive line, but clearly Clemson's strength is their defensive front.
Yeah, and I've been saying most of the week, I think Notre Dame needs to mix in a lot of passing on first down, especially in the first half. Now, if Notre Dame, they have been doing that in games. They get ahead and they stop doing that. They start running on first down, which is fine. I'm not sure it can ever work against Clemson where you're trying to dictate a game that goes 2nd and 6, 3rd and 2, first down. I think Notre Dame needs to mix in first down passes. Hey, it's 2nd and 10. You don't always have to get to 3rd and 6. You can mix in some second down passes as well. It's going to be up to Rees and especially Pine to. We keep saying it's going to be up to Rees to call these things. It's going to be up to Pine to make these plays. And some guys got to make some plays for Drew Pine. Michael Mayer obviously is going to get his fair share of attention from Clemson. Who can step up for Notre Dame in that regard?
Well, I think maybe Mitchell Evans is somebody you throw the football to a little bit. I think we're all kind of expecting him to pass the ball now, which I'm sure Clemson is. So, yeah. So, I think Mitchell Evans might be a guy that you key on. The problem is, or the potential problem is that I'm sure Clemson's going to press Notre Dame's receivers. And they can try to double or bracket Mayer. It's just not going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be easy offensively on either side of the ball. Right. DJ Uiagalelei is a guy that he can struggle throwing too, and his confidence is not where it needs to be coming out of the last game as well. So this looks like a slog kind of a game for people that have been watching college football in the Midwest today. We see a lot of this going on, and it's survival of the fittest and the one that can maybe make the other team make the last mistake of the game.
And I think we'll get back to the win in a second, but I believe maybe Estimate Diggs and especially Tyree could help out help out Pine in the passing game today. On the flip side, look, you mentioned earlier, Will Shipley, he can create even if Notre Dame has their run fits. So Notre Dame's going to have to tackle as well as they did against Syracuse. I was concerned about that. They tackled great against Syracuse. This is a little bit different animal in Shipley. Defensively, look, if it's windy, it helps Notre Dame a little because Clemson has a downfield passing game much more so than Notre Dame does. DJ Uiagalelei might be able to cut the wind with his arm better than Drew Pine, but the wind is a little bit of an equalizer there, and that might help do what Notre Dame has not done this year, and you've pointed this out a couple times, play a complete game defensively.
Yeah, this is the game that Al Golden's defense has to make a breakthrough on, and we've talked about the red zone. We'll worry about that when they get down to the red zone, but the long touchdown drives, and I certainly think that this is a defense that's capable of slowing Clemson down, even in a good weather game. I really do. But the fact of the matter is they haven't done it on any level of consistency, and in each game there's been a breakdown. The red zone, they're due there. They're better than that. Yeah. I mean, forget the due part. They're better than that. They're better than what they've showed. But tonight's a night. And, you look at this game and, I mean, this is a season-defining game for Marcus Freeman in his first year. It's a big opportunity for Notre Dame.
Red zone opportunities. Clemson's going to get in there, hold them to a couple of field goals. A touchdown is fine. Hey, a goal-to-go situation. Maybe in goal-to-go, get a stop this time. It's 14 touchdowns. People are walking in goal-to-go situations, but the one last key for all this is an upset. It's a minor upset. Notre Dame's at home, but it would be an upset if they win the game. 2 turnovers last week. Could have been 3. They need a turnover today. They need a momentum-swinging turnover today while they protect the ball.
And it may have to be on special teams again, and that's where the weather and the wind. You would imagine on a clear, calm night that Clemson would be pretty prepared for what Notre Dame has shown special teams wise. But bad snap. Brian Mason's going to have to stir up some magic for Notre Dame again. They're going to need that.
That's it pregame. We'll be back postgame with more from IrishIllustrated.com as Clemson takes on Notre Dame at Notre Dame Stadium.